Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 4043, Polidor versus Purcell.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Polidor, you and Miss Purcell know each other for a very long time. You were romantically involved at some point, and you have a child together. How old is that child?
4 now, I believe.
No, she hasn't even turned 3 yet, Your Honor.
Were you and Miss Purcell living together at the time she was born?
Yes, ma'am.
How long did you live together after she was born?
It was off and on all the time, but it wasn't long. As soon as I found out I had a case on me, I ended up leaving.
What do you mean a case on you? What kind of case on you?
Aggravated assault case on me.
What we're here for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so at the time that this incident occurred, which was in 2022, were you living together, sir?
Yeah.
Where were you living?
Her residence.
That is not true, Your Honor.
Well, it sounds sort of peculiar, sir, because according to your complaint, you were driving her home. In any event, this is what your case is about. In 2022, there was an argument. And I gather that the argument ensued because you had gotten a babysitter for your daughter.
Correct.
And you didn't approve of this babysitter, so you were having a discussion with her about the babysitter.
I wasn't necessarily objecting to the babysitter. I had my concerns about it. I never once said my baby couldn't go there. I just said, hey, I kind of have these concerns. And that's how the incident arose, is because I brought my concerns to her right here.
And you're back at her residence?
No, the argument started in the car. She tried to throw my insulin out the window. It was in the middle console. There was nothing I could really do. She didn't end up throwing it out the window. I just let her know I'll get more. We made it back to the house. She slams the door. She walks in. I'm behind her. I had to park the car. She's yelling at me, cussing at me. And I'm shocked because, why would you be mad that I'm wondering about the care of my daughter? I never even said she couldn't go there. I was just more interested in the situation. She started cussing me out. She goes to leave.
Goes to leave?
She goes to walk out.
Out of the bedroom?
Out of the bedroom. I start laughing at her because it's hilarious. I bust up laughing at her because it's ridiculous. That just set her off.
Where were you when you were laughing?
I'm leaning on the bed, halfway on the bed, and my feet are on, the rest board. And the nightstand right there is located a lamp. She picks up the lamp and she hits me with it 3 times. I get up, I wrap my arms around her to stop her from assaulting me with the lamp. I let her go. When she dropped the lamp, I got back on the bed. She tried to swing at me, so I put my feet out, and she couldn't get to me. She picks up a porcelain cup. I'm like, nah, don't do it. She threw it. I heard a pop, felt numbness. My leg, I looked down, my leg was bleeding. She grabbed her stethoscope and left. I called a friend. And he took me to the hospital, and...
I'd like to see the hospital record if you have
yeah.
it. And this was on the 4th?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you speak to any police on the 4th?
No, not on the 4th. I didn't.
Okay.
I ain't call him.
Just a second. Okay, so now you're at the hospital. You received sutures. I've read the hospital record. It indicates that you had a relatively serious injury.
Yes, ma'am.
It does indicate that you have type 1 diabetes.
Yes, ma'am.
And you did not file charges against her.
Nah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. But there were charges that were filed against you.
100%.
Okay. Now, why don't you tell me your version of now we're in the bedroom?
So now we're in the bedroom, and I'm trying to grab my stethoscope so I could go to work. And I'm on my way trying to go out the door, and he was blocking it, telling me that he wanted to take my car and drop me off, and he was gonna go pick up our daughter from the babysitter because he didn't like the babysitter. So we're fighting about that, and he said he wanted to go pick her up, and I told him he's not gonna pick her up, and he's not gonna take my car. And he was blocking the doorway, so I tried to push past him. And
how did you try to do that?
Because he had his arms and like blocking it, so I tried to go in between, and it didn't work. And he had pushed me and thrown me on the bed, and he was choking me.
And how did he do that? How did he push you on the bed and choke you?
So when he pushed me back, I kind of just stumbled, and then I don't know, he grabbed me and threw me on the bed. I really don't recall how it happened. He was just on top of me on the bed, and he was choking me. And I was trying to get him off, and I believe I need him. At some point, he had gotten off of me after choking me, and I got up to run out the door, and he got up to chase after me, and so I grabbed the porcelain cup that was on the nightstand, and on my way out, I threw it behind me at him. And then I went and got in the car, and I went to work.
What time of the day was this?
I want to say around 4 p.m.-ish, 5 p.m.
Okay, and you went to work?
Correct.
And you work an 8-hour shift?
That time, yes.
And then you went home?
I picked up the baby, and then I went home, yes.
What time did you pick up the baby?
I think it was about 11:03 midnight.
And you went home?
Yes.
He was not there?
No, he was not there.
Okay. What happened the next day?
The next day I worked again, and the cops had come to me.
Just a second. Cops don't come to you unless somehow they're notified.
Well, this wasn't the next day. So the day I went to work, before coming home, I had gone online and filed for an emergency protective order.
Just a second. You mean on the 4th?
Yes, on the 4th, my first day back at work. So I had texted him while at work and told him, make sure you're not at my house when I get there. And he had said, well, I get mail here, so that means I live here. You're going to have to evict me.
Okay, so do you have those texts?
Unfortunately, I do not have those texts.
Do you have those texts?
Nah, man.
Do they exist?
I don't know. I don't even know what she's talking about.
Okay, well, if you don't have those texts, they don't exist.
And then from that point, so then I went online and I filed for an emergency protective order, which was granted.
Just a second. Can I have a copy of what you filed online?
This is when I filed on the 4th, but they had granted me a wrong one on accident. They granted me, I believe,
Just a second.
She actually had me served with 2 of them.
Just a second. I'm trying to see what you indicate here that he did specifically. In Utah, you don't have to write a narrative of what he did?
there was...
Just a second, just answer my question. That's a yes or a no. It's not here.
I do have the police report from that night, from April 4th.
I'd like to take a look at it. No, this is something that was done by the police on April 6th.
Can I explain that, Your Honor?
Shh. It's dispatched to a domestic violence incident that occurred on Monday, April 4th. The victim, that's Marcus Polidor, stated his girlfriend was so upset with him, hit him in his leg with a porcelain cup. Okay, so she has pictures and she apologizes. There were text messages that the police saw that she's sorry for hitting him with the mug, but also states she would not have done that if he didn't choke her. Okay, so you were notified that she had filed a protective order online?
Yeah.
Not yeah. That's a yes. And after you were notified that she filed the protective order online, you spoke to the police.
Yeah, well, that's who she sent to the house to serve me. So when they came to the house, I was shocked. I was like, why am I getting a protective order served on me? She tried to sever my leg.
Okay, now I'm going to see the photographs of your leg, sir.
Yes.
And I'm going to see photographs of your neck. Can you tell me when these pictures were taken? Because you attached...
That's what she sent the police.